Okay, so for here, what we'll do is we'll find out how to get the maximum or minimum value in a list. So for in this case, we will want it to return, I'll change this to a 3 for now. So we will want to find 5 as the maximum or 1 as the minimum, depending on which way we decide to code it. So for now, we'll just focus on finding the maximum. So in this case, it would be a 5. So the first thing we'd want to do with the for loop function is to check and see, is the integers an empty list? So if the size is 0, then we'll want to, for now, we can just say throw an exception. And then otherwise, we'll go about the normal way. And for this, we'll just start with the keeping track of the current maximum value, which will start off being the first item in the list. And then now we will loop through each of the items in the list. So each integer in the list integers. And then here, if the number is greater than the maximum, then we want to reset the maximum to this new number. And then return the maximum. Now, there's two ways of doing it with streams. I'll show you this one first. So we do the normal integers.stream, and then we will do a max to find the max. And then we'll need to define a comparator in order for it to be able to compare the items. Because in this case, it's an integer, but it could be a class or really anything. So you define how to take the item you have and convert it to an int. So in this case, we will map the integer, or we'll rename it number, to number.int value. And then this will return an optional, because like above, we don't know if that list is empty, in which case we will again throw a exception. So here, yet another way to do it with streams. It would be to use an int stream instead of just a normal stream of anything. So we'll do a normal stream again, and then we'll map it to an int. So we again will do the, how do we map whatever item we have to an int in this case. And again, do the same thing. And then now it'll make the max easier, since we can just say find the max and not have to pass it anything. And then throw a runtime exception if it's not defined. And in this case, everything should give us the 5, as it is the maximum in the list. And here, let's run it and see what we get. Yep, 5 as we expected. Then here, what we'd need to do is rename this to minimum in order to find the minimum in the list. And then swap the sign. Then here, it's a lot easier, because all we do is change the single word max to min. Then run it again. Hopefully we get a 1. There we go. And just in case you think it just grabs the first item, it'll grab the 0 here. Yep. And now what happens if it's not integers in this case? So let's say it's strings. Bob, Anna, and Alice. So then We'll have to refactor all of this. Let's try that again. 6. Do it the GUI way. Refactor, rename, change it to strings. And here we'll go through how to, or pretty much for the for loop, now we will want to change everything from an integer to a string. So the for loop is actually a lot more painful of a process. There's a lot more things to change in here. So we'll have to change this integer here. Well, actually, in this case, we'll keep this integer the same, but we'll have to add a new string and then say the min string. And then this will be the strings.get 0. And then in this case, we'll order them by length to find, okay, what's the longest string we can get. And then here, we'll have to again do dot length. Oops. String. String. Oops. I don't know what I was doing there. Okay, here we go. So we do the string.length, and then we will want to change the minimum to be here. Not number, but string again, dot length. And then add the min string equals the current string. And then we'll want to not return the minimum, but the min string. The smallest, shortest string that we can get. As you can tell, I had a lot of mistypos there, and there's a lot to change around in there. So here, for these functions, again, change the definitions to use string and not integer. And then here, we just have to define how do we get the string to an integer. So here, we just make a simple change, take the number, or in this case, it wouldn't be the number, but the string, and then get the length of it. The end, that's all you have to change. And then here, you can't actually do it this way in this case because, hold on, you can't do it in this case because if you map the string to an integer, then you won't be able to still have that string in there. So this would be the correct way of keeping the string in the list. So here, we'll comment out that. And in this case, it should be returning Bob. Once I find out what that error is. There we go. Forgot to comment out another line. Okay. Here I accidentally ran debug, but here we can run it again normal. And Bob, yep, both are the shortest. And then here, if we swap the sign, and then here, we just change it to max, then Alice. And that's the way that you use max and min using a string, using the stream functionality. And there's a lot less to change because here we'd have to change minimum to maximum, and there's a lot more going on there. While with the streams, you just have to change the word max to min, and it's very self-evident what you're getting where. And then if you have a list of integers or different classes, all you have to do is change how you convert that item into an integer in order to rank them and find what is the biggest.